Oh hi, Mr. Bloxham here. Going to finish off, this is part 2 of the hot cross buns and cinnamon rolls. We've already made the dough, and we have a look in here, it's doubled in size, roughly doubled in size, then we're going to knock it back. See, it's doubled in size, and we're going to push all the air out of it. Yeah, that's the first job. Then the second job is we're going to get the grill pan here, don't carry it all the way out. I'm just going to put some boiling water in it. We're going to use this as a prover. Normally on the line they say just cover it with cling film, but this will make it nice and steamy. So it's all steamy in there. That'll be the perfect environment for the bread. That should take about an hour to prove, maybe half an hour to an hour. But normally these done, but they've got sultanas and things, in take a bit of extra time. So I'm going to do at least an hour probably. Or next one. Now I'm going to put a little bit of orange zest in the hot cross buns, but the only trouble is I've got to need this old-fashioned grater. At school I've got some really good ones, but as you can see I'm not at school. So I'm going to grate the orange with this grater. It all gets blocked up badly, but let's do best I can here. I'm going to use the orange later as well to take all the segments out, or to use it or just as juice or something. Oh yes, I might use that for the cinnamon buns when I make the cinnamon icing. I might use the orange juice actually, that might be an idea to use some of it up. Okay, so that's it in there, and as you can see I've got none on the table, it's all blocked up in here, so I have to sort of tap it out like that there. Oh, that's actually coming out quite well. There's not too much left in there, sometimes it leaves loads in there, so that's okay. So that goes over to the sink. Now in Paul Hollywood's hot cross buns, he puts apple in it. I don't normally put apple in it, but I am today just for a change. So he said one diced apple, I'm only doing half the amount, I only need about half an apple. Finely diced. I reckon you could grate this. When we get the year 7s to make apple grate, they're not very good at chopping, so we get them to grate it. I'm a bit better than them, so I'll be able to dice it thinly first before I start. Spin it round. So I've got nice thin slices, this would be plenty, that's over half an apple. This way, we've got julienne, spin it round the other way. Reasonably fine. Might not need all this, that's quite a lot of apple that's chopped up. A bit more, do this bit as well. Nice and thin as you can. Spin it round. So in the bowl I'm going to split it into roughly 3 lots, because I'm going to do hot cross buns, cinnamon buns, because a lot of the people didn't like the idea of they don't like sultanas, but they could make hot cross buns with chocolate chips if they don't like sultanas. But a few of them love the cinnamon buns, so I said they could make them. I'm also going to make 1 or 2 Devon splits and an ice bun, just to show them what an ice bun is. So you can see it's quite a lot of apple there now. So I'm going to cut this up, and I've got some marzipan there, so I'm also going to make some, so I'm going to do this into 3 actually, but I'm going to use the 2 biggest ones for the hot cross buns and the cinnamon buns. This small one here will do at least 3 or 4, so these ones will do about, I should get about at least 12 buns altogether. So the first one is going to mix it back in the bowl. These are the hot cross buns. Put it back in the bowl. I'm not going to put all that apple in because it looks a lot of apple now for that amount of. Oh, got all the orange zest under here, but I will put all the orange zest in because there's hardly any stuff. So that goes in here, and obviously sultanas or whatever you want to put in your hot cross buns. So I'm going to put a little bit more in here because I just thought I'm going to make 1 stollen, which is going to be with the sultana one. So I've got some marzipan there, which I bought to make some simnel cake. But I'm going to make some simnel cake as long as my son and I don't eat all the marzipan, because we love eating marzipan. So maybe we'll try and save it. And normally on a simnel cake, which isn't made with this, it's like a sultana cake, they have little cinnamon balls on, normally 11, because there's 11 disciples, but they don't count Judas. So quite often there's normally just 11 marzipan balls on there. So that's kneaded in a bit, knead that in a bit. Then I'm going to cut this. I think I'm going to cut it into 6 even pieces. So make it into a sausage. Don't worry about if the sultanas escape, that's quite normal. Cut it into 6. Cut it in half. Then these into thirds. And we put the cross on, by the way, just before it goes in the oven. That's made with water, 75 grams of water and 5 tablespoons of water. Sorry, 5 tablespoons of water and 75 grams of plain flour mixed together into a piping bag. Now these are a little bit sticky. We'll put the orange and everything in. So we get a little bit of flour, sprinkle it on the table. Not too much, I want to use it to roll it. Make these into a ball. Normally with the bread dough, it goes into a nice ball where it's a little bit sticky, it's a little bit harder. I'm also going to push these down a bit. I've already got a tray here, ready with the paper on. Move that out of the way. But I do use the marzipan, so I'm going to use that. Just move that out of the way. What I remember, I'm going to make one stollen. So these ones are going to be buns. Don't normally put the apple in. Don't know if that's made it sticky or not. But anyway, it'd be a bit unusual, to be a bit different. Like you said, you could put chocolate chips in these. Instead, that's what most people probably would have wanted rather than the sultanas, because a lot of people don't like sultanas. So I'm going to push them down a bit as well, because otherwise they'll be too round and then I want them to spread out. Don't have them too close together, otherwise they do swell up. So I'm going to have a little bit of room here, about that amount, and then they should be touching. So it looks like I'm going to get 5 hot cross buns out of my mix. Obviously you then have to make one lot of stuff. Make sure they're all even, that one might be a bit big. So try and make sure you cut it nice and even. One more. So I've got 5 hot cross buns. I'm going to make the stollen. Obviously no one's allergic to nuts in my house, so obviously you'd have to be careful with this, keeping it, it's got almonds in it. So I'm going to roll this one out a little bit, twice as big as I want it. Then I'm just going to fold it in half, put the marzipan. Normally put the marzipan, don't maybe need all this bit here. Put that bit here. Fold it over. Normally you make big ones of these, but just to show you, make sure the marzipan's in the middle of it, so it'll burn. That's quite a lot of marzipan in that probably. So that one goes on here. Now we're going to a bit more flour. And we're going to roll these ones out here. This is going to be for the cinnamon buns. I've got to put it in here. I've got some butter which I've melted, about 30 grams of butter for 250 grams of dough, that is. Half a teaspoon. And I've got some different sugars here. Normally we only use granulated sugar. For some reason we've got some of this golden caster. Normally I only use granulated, but I use 2 of them. These only dessert spoons and 1 dessert spoon of sugar, but anything you've got will be fine for these. Mix it up, and that's just going to get spread on once I've rolled it out. A little bit smaller than A4 I think here, but if you've got a big amount, because this is only roughly just over a third of the 500 grams of flour, so it's only roughly 170 grams. So we're going to roll it. As you can see, the gluten in it is still working. I'm going to get at least 4 buns out of this. I'll need to make it nice and rectangle, so when I cut it, they're all the same size. So as you can see, I'm making it, try and make it nice and rectangle. That should be big enough. And I can push out the corners to make it even more nice and a good shape. Then we get this mixture. Looks quite dark, even though it's got mainly golden sugar, mainly because of the cinnamon stuff and it. We're going to put some icing on this later. Once they're cooked, we can put some icing on. Roll it down here. Make sure we use all the sugar up. Roll it up nice and tight. Oh, actually I've got 5 buns. I should make these equal, so they're the same size. I'm trying to make 5 out of this as well. So making 5, I have to cut what I think a 1/5 is off, which is probably about there. Then I can cut this into, actually I might even make these a bit smaller, because I reckon these will spread out a bit. So maybe I should roll it out a bit longer, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I've got 6 of these. But then I'm going to do something different with this. I'm going to move this on here. I'm going to have these together, 1 in the middle and the 5 rounded actually. And I'm going to use roughly, hopefully as they expand, I'm going to have these here, when they expand, they should all be touching each other, hopefully. Yeah, that one's a bit small in the middle, so I think I'm going to put that one in the middle there. Yeah, push them down a bit, because I think they're not quite as big as I was hoping this way. So maybe I should have rolled it a bit bigger like this. Stollen can go on here. Now I've got a couple here as well. There's going to be 3 here. Going to make these into a ball first. It should spin back up. And I'm going to make these all into fingers. Hopefully, I don't know if they're going to fit on this tray. I might have a second tray. So, yes, I'm going to have a second tray, I think. So, about that long. We make all these exactly the same size. Yeah, Devon splits or ice buns, but these will get fatter. They look quite thin at the moment. Hopefully they're double in size and be a bit fatter. I could put them on this tray, but I want these cooked a bit earlier actually for a reason. So I'm going to put them on a second tray, and then they're all going to go in here. So as you can see, hopefully they're going to be double in size in about an hour, in roughly an hour. So they're going to go in there, and these are going to go on a separate tray. And you'll need to watch number 3, and then you'll see them either go into the oven and me make the crosses. That's thank you from Mr. Blossom. Like and subscribe.